of the ways that developers are having substantial impact around the world. We're also excited that Carlos and his family could join us today. Now, I would like to talk to you about some of the things we're doing to make it easier and faster for you to build these kinds of great apps. My name is Jason Titus, and I lead the Developer Product Group. I've been at Google a little bit more than a year now, and before that, I was, like many of you here, working with my team to try and make our app great. This gives me a unique perspective on both the challenges and the opportunities that Google offers to developers. So now I'm really excited to be working at Google with teams across the company to bring you the best developer offering and experience across Android, iOS, and the mobile web. Google has always worked with developers, building powerful platforms that have enabled massive innovation. But mobile has really evolved. So we want to make our offerings more cohesive and let you use the same APIs across platforms to build the apps that you want. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how we're helping you throughout your development lifecycle. I'll go over some of the improvements to help you develop, engage, and earn with Google. First, let's talk about developing your apps. We want to give you the tools you need to quickly build the apps as quickly and reliably as possible across platforms. First, let's talk about developer tools. Last December, we released Android Studio 1.0. Today, we're sharing a preview of version 1.3 with significant enhancements, including faster Gradle build speeds and a new memory profiler. Now, we recognize that many apps on the App Store, in the Play Store, actually use the native development kit, or NDK. So the biggest feature we're announcing in 1.3 is full editing and debugging support for C++. You'll now get error correction, code completion, and debugging in the same IDE that you use with your Java code. Check out the new version today on the Canary channel. As for the web, the Polymer library brings visually rich, app-like experiences to browsers across both desktop and mobile. So today we are announcing Polymer 1.0. In addition, we're introducing new Polymer elements that make it easy to drop in common features like toolbars and menus, services like maps and charts, or to build a complete mobile checkout flow in your web app. Now, I mentioned iOS before, and we've always had iOS libraries, but we're starting to bring them together into a cohesive SDK. To improve the developer experience for iOS, we'd like to announce that CocoaPods will now be the default distribution channel for our SDKs. CocoaPods is quickly becoming the iOS standard for dependency management, and it makes it easy to import libraries and frameworks into Xcode. Starting today, you can get Google Analytics, Google Maps, and many other libraries, all via CocoaPods. On to testing. The Android ecosystem has continued to grow and provides users a diverse range of devices to choose from. You may only have access to 2 or 3 to test with, and certainly not to those that are available outside of your country. To help with this challenge, we are releasing Cloud Test Lab, a platform built on top of our acquisition of AppPurify to automate the testing of mobile apps. All you need to do is upload your app, and we'll automatically run tests across the top 20 Android devices from around the world. You'll receive a free report that includes screen videos and crash logs. Cloud Test Lab will be coming to the Google Play Developer Console soon. We've been talking about a lot of ways that we're making it easier to develop on Android, iOS, and the mobile web. Now let's talk about back-end services. Firebase makes it easy to quickly build an app without spinning up servers or writing back-end code. It provides data storage, user authentication, and asset hosting. Firebase is now used by over 190,000 developers, including Citrix, Instacart, and CBS. And for apps that have more complex infrastructure requirements, Google Cloud Platform offers many useful services, from compute and storage to handling big data. We're seeing great adoption from companies large and small, including Khan Academy, EA, and Snapchat. So once you've finished developing your app, the next step is to get users and keep them coming back. So now I'm going to talk to you about ways to engage users with free tools, app install ads, and on Google Play. First, let's talk about Google Search, where over 100 billion searches happen every month. With app indexing, it allows you to index your app content into Google search results, just like web content. Today, we have over 50 billion app links and growing. App indexing is available on Android. We're piloting it on iOS, and it's a great way to drive installs and user engagement, and it's free. Another free tool we have is cloud messaging. Cloud messaging is the most popular way to send messages from the cloud to users' devices, sending over 70 billion messages every day through over 600,000 apps. Today, I'm going to talk about two significant improvements we're releasing to cloud messaging. First, we're expanding beyond Android and Chrome and broadening the platform to iOS. You can now use the same messaging infrastructure across all these platforms. Secondly, we're announcing the ability to subscribe to topics in cloud messaging. For example, using the NPR One app, a user who's interested in the TED Radio Hour can subscribe to notifications. With topics in cloud messaging, the client app subscribes to a particular radio show, and for NPR, they can send a single notification that fans out across all subscribers. For you, this means less database management and fewer lines of code. We're also making it easier to engage with users on the mobile web. Through Chrome, you will now be able to send OS-level notifications from your websites. Additionally, users who engage frequently with your site can add it to their home screens. These features bring the power of native development to the mobile web experience. So we've talked about ways you can engage users for free. Now let's talk about app install ads. A lot of developers, particularly smaller ones, tell us that they want to start marketing their app, but they don't have dedicated teams. So we're making it simpler with the introduction of universal app campaigns. All you have to do is set your budget and the cost you're willing to pay per user, and we'll set up an automated campaign with the right ad inventory across Search, AdMob, YouTube, and the new search ads we're piloting in Google Play. This feature will be available in the Google Play Developer Console and AdWords in a few months. Through Google Analytics, you can already track the effectiveness of your app install ads on Android. Today, we're adding support for iOS with over 20 ad networks, including InMobi and Millennial Media. We will continue to invest in delivering the best in cross-network and lifetime value attribution. We also believe that you should have a choice in the tools that you use, and think that the entire mobile industry is stronger when we have transparent, open, and reliable tools for measurement. We remain committed to our integrations with partners such as Tune and Kachava, and are proud to have their support in our open approach. Now let's zoom in on Android developers. We frequently hear from you that you love the Google Play Developer Console. It's a great tool for publishing your app, and we want it to be an even better tool for you to acquire and engage users. Now, for the first time, you will be able to see how many people are looking at your listing and making purchases, in addition to how many install your app. This gives you a snapshot of the entire conversion funnel. You'll also be able to see where your most valuable users come from across organic and paid traffic. And now that you have access to this data, you're going to want to use it to make your listing even better. Starting today, you can run experiments on your Play Store listing. You can test out different versions of graphics and text and see which drives more downloads. We do all the number crunching for you. In our pilot program, we were thrilled to see that developers such as Congregate got double-digit lifts in their App Store listing conversion rates. And this created a significant impact on their business. So if you have more than one app, you'll also want to let users explore all of them. Starting today, we're allowing you to create your own Google Play homepage. Upload your graphics, explain what your company is all about, and pick a special app to feature. This gives you a single destination to promote all of your apps on the Play Store. So we've talked about acquiring and engaging users. And for some of you, it's not just about developing apps for fun. You've also got to pay the rent. Now, there's lots of ways to earn money, but today I want to specifically focus on AdMob, which helps you run ads inside of your app. We want monetization to be smarter for you, so we've integrated Google Analytics into AdMob so that you can get insights as to where your users are in the life cycle of your app. This information is already helping app developers make decisions about their in-app advertising. For example, if you have a gaming app, you can use analytics to understand how long it takes for users to complete a level. You can show fewer ads to the users that finish a level quickly and show in-app promotions to those that need a little help. This will help you maximize your revenue in a way that protects your user experience. Mediation is a way to run other ad networks through the AdMob platform and creates more competition in your app. Today, we support over 40 ad networks in our mediation partners, having added 15 in the last year alone. And we're proud to announce our newest partner, Tencent, one of the largest mobile ad networks in China. We think these features will give you the flexibility to make the right decisions for both your users and your app. So today, I've talked to you about the things we're doing to make it easier for you to develop your app, engage your users, and earn with Google. And while we continue to innovate, we're working hard to nail the fundamentals. And with each new release, you will see more efficient, easier to use APIs with better consistency on Android and iOS. We will also continue to simplify our offering and engineer our products to work better together. Everything I talked about today will be accessible through developers.google.com. And now I'd like to invite Ellie up to talk about new ways users can discover your apps on Google Play.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Jason. So